Thank you, everyone. I would like to welcome everyone to this meeting of York and North Yorkshire Combined Authority in the Council Chamber of Harrogate Civic Centre. Please note this will be a live broadcast meeting and will be available to view on the North Yorkshire Council YouTube site and website committee pages. Please ensure that you use your microphones when speaking, otherwise we will not be able to hear the broadcast on the reading. Agenda item number 1, apologies for absence. Agenda item, are there any apologies?
Thank you. Yes, Councillor Gareth Dowd has sent his apologies and Councillor Annabel Wilkinson is acting as substitute for the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 2, minutes of the meeting of the Combined Authority held on the 31st of May. Moving on to item 2, reading the minutes of the meeting held on the 31st of May 2024. Members' content of the minutes are correct as record. Yep.
Could I just raise one point on that, please, Chair? Just with regards to item 12 about the appointment of the Director of Resources. Just after further clarification on the appointment process, it's just to confirm one small change to the minutes in the report. So rather than it say unanimous decision of the interview panel, can we please just re-record that as majority decision of the interview panel? Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sorry, through you, just to clarify that. So the agenda report and the minutes are correct in what was discussed at the meeting. However, further clarification has happened from the panel, which said that actually it wasn't a unanimous decision, it was a majority decision. So we'll just add a clarification to the minutes to explain that.
Thank you both for that, confirming. Unhappy? Okay. Item number 3. Item 3 is a declarations of interest. Can I ask whether members wish to formally make any declarations of interest relating to any of the items on the agenda?
Chair, no member declarations of interest so far as I know. However, for agenda item 5, James Farr intends to leave the room and join the following agenda item.
Thank you. Item 4. Agenda item number 4 is public participation. There are no questions or statements from the public for this meeting. Item number 5, which is where, James, thank you very much. The next item of business is agenda number 5, the appointment of the head of paid service. The report is on page 11 in your papers. I'll now call on Zara Jeffs, the head of human resources, to present this report. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. So the purpose of this report is to request that the Combined Authority approve the final appointment to the role of head of paid service following the recent recruitment process. And this is following an approval at the February meeting earlier in the year in terms of outlining the recruitment for the Chief Executive Officer for the Combined Authority. So that recruitment process has now taken place, and following that recruitment, the proposal was that James Farr takes up the role of Chief Executive. With the recommendation, I'm asking if you can approve, in line with the Section 4 of the Local Government and Housing Act 1989, to appoint an officer to discharge the functions of head of paid service, which link in with the full role and responsibilities of the Chief Executive Officer, and invite any questions to that.
Thank you. Do members have any questions at all? The recommendation can be found on page 12 at paragraph 9.1, which is that the Combined Authority formally appoints James Farr as the York and North Yorkshire Combined Authority Chief Executive and Head of Paid Services. All those in favour?
Unanimous.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, bye. Thank you. Thank you both. Item number 6, committee appointments and representation on outside bodies. Agenda item number 6, committee meetings, appointments and representation on outside bodies. The Interim Deputy Monitoring Officer, Rachel Antonelli, will present this report. And over to you, Rachel.
Thank you, Chair. Members will recall that a paper was brought to the May Combined Authority meeting which was deferred for further discussions across the two constituent authorities. The Combined Authority has to ensure political balance across the constituent authorities to ensure that appointments are made appropriately. The report is at page 13 onwards of the papers. By way of reminder, there is a nuance in the regulations for combined authorities that's slightly different from those for local authorities insofar as it relates to parties and not groups. There is a table on page 13 of the report at paragraph 3.2 which sets out the appointments and the number of seats for each particular party. The balance across the two constituent authorities also comes with a number of scenarios. There is no clear path within the combined authority around this, so this is a decision for the combined authority to make today. The proposal, there are two options. So the proposal is North Yorkshire Council, 6 seats for the Conservatives, 1 for Labour, 1 Lib Dems, 1 Green, 1 North Yorkshire Independent, City of York Council, 1 Conservative, 4 Labour, 4 Lib Dem and 1 unaffiliated independent member. Before I take you through the two options available, I would like to thank the group leaders and also members of each constituent authority for their cooperation and assistance with this. We've had some really, really useful conversations which has brought us to these two options today. So the two options, option 1 is within Appendix A of the report, which can be found at page 17 onwards. You'll see highlighted in both the Overview and Scrutiny and Audit and Governance Committee to be confirmed the CYC Liberal Democrat seat. There are 2 councillors potentially put forward for these seats, but we've not received confirmation yet which would sit on each seat if this option were to be progressed. Option 2 has been raised as part of the discussions with the group leaders concerned. So as I've said, I sought the views of the group leaders and members for consideration, and the proposal is that 2 City of York Council Lib Dem seats are on the Audit and Governance Committee. That would mean swapping out the unaffiliated City of York Council Independent to Overview and Scrutiny from Audit and Governance, and a North Yorkshire Council Lib Dem to Overview and Scrutiny, and a North Yorkshire Independent from North Yorkshire Council over to Audit and Governance. This has not been agreed by all of those group leaders and those parties concerned, so that is just one point to note. The recommendations are at paragraph 9 on pages 14 to 15, and if members are agreeable, I intend to take you through each recommendation in turn. At this point, I'll pause for any questions, comments or observations. So the recommendation is that option 1 is approved. So recommendation 9.1.1 is in relation to the appointment of committees that the Combined Authority appoints members to the Audit and Governance Committee as set out in the table at Appendix A for Constituent Council nominations, and 9.1.2 appoints members to the Overview and Scrutiny Committee, applying the table at Appendix A.
Are members happy to approve these recommendations?
That's unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take me now to recommendation 9.1.3. This relates to the appointment of the Chair of Audit and Governance Committee. The Constitution of the Combined Authority provides that the Chair of Audit and Governance is appointed by the Combined Authority. So far, there's been one proposal from City of York Council Labour, and that proposal is that Councillor Dave Merritt from the Labour Party at CYC is the Chair of Audit and Governance Committee. I'm not sure if the Combined Authority have any other nominations or any other proposals. I'll take any questions, comments, observations now.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'd just like to propose, be the proposer of Councillor Dave Merritt for the Chair of Audit and Governance. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to second that proposal, Mr Mayor. Thank you.
Excellent. There we are. Oh, yeah. So sorry, thank you. So thank you for those. I can confirm that Councillor Merritt from CYC will be the chair of the Ordnance and...
Just take a vote.
Oh, sorry, apologies. All those in favour?
That's unanimous.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you. I can confirm that Councillor Merritt will be the chair of the Ordnance and Governance Committee for the municipal year of 2024 to 25. That is the end of the agenda for...
Oh, no, it's not. It's
Oh, no,
just
it's not.
9.2.
Oh, sorry, no, sorry. Jumping the gun again. Apologies.
Sorry, Chair. It's my fault. Recommendation 9.2, finally, relates to outside bodies, namely Transport for the North, and also the working group, Skills and Employability Working Group. I'll take the Skills and Employability Working Group first. There's no separate remuneration for this particular post, and no members of the combined authority are on that. They are on that committee. They can all stay and vote. Sorry, for that particular agenda item. In relation to Transport for the North, the nominations and substitute as set out in Appendix A apply. So members will need to vote on that.
All those in favour?
That's unanimous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so before we get to the meeting.
And just before we end, can we have a vote on the minutes as well, please, if possible? Yeah.
That's unanimous.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. That is the end of the agenda for this meeting of the Combined Authority. Thank you for all your patience during the meeting. This meeting will now close and the live broadcast will stop.